Hey y'all, it is Jenna with MMT Social tonight, and I'm coming to you with some of our friends who just came back from Disney's Aulani Resort over in Hawaii. Tonight I'm joined by Colleen, Nikki, and Nicole. Colleen and Nikki just spent, 3 nights over in Aulani?
Yep.
I think Nikki's been there once before, and Colleen, that was your first time to Aulani, but not your first time to Hawaii, correct?
Right. Correct.
So we're just going to kind of do like a brief overview because we don't talk too much about the Aulani Resort. So let's start with the accommodations. Y'all tell us what kind of room you had and what kind of stuff we can expect when we stay there.
Nikki, go ahead.
Okay. I'm like, I don't want to talk over you. So we were in a standard room. So you're going to have 2 queens. And then the only thing that really changes is going to be your view. So you can have a standard view that's going to be like your parking garage. Then it goes up to Island Garden view, which is self-explanatory on that one. You may end up with a luau view on that one. So that's kind of cool. And then it goes to poolside gardens and then a partial ocean view and then an ocean view. So the rooms themselves are going to stay the same and consistent, but those are the views. And then you also, it's a DVC resort too. So then you're going to have some villas and some studios, and the views are obviously going to change with those too. But all of them, they're beautiful, beautiful rooms. They're very on theme. So they're very subtle Disney though. Like the only thing Disney in your room is there's like a Mickey Mouse lamp that he's like wearing tropical clothes, but the artwork in there is going to be like authentic Hawaiian. Like 95% of the artwork on property is authentic. So it's not like you're walking and it's like Disney World, right? Like you don't feel like you're in the Polynesian. Like it is a true Hawaiian resort. So that's really cool.
Awesome. And I saw that those Mickey lamps had Crocs, right?
Yeah. They did. But they sure did.
So how many does like a regular room sleep? Is it 4 max or is it 5?
Yes, 4 and an infant.
Okay.
So under 2 and under you can put in there, but otherwise
Gotcha.
4.
I was pleasantly surprised how large they were. Like they're definitely deluxe size rooms, massive, like for a hotel hallway. The bathroom is gigantic. It's a nice soaker tub, which I really wanted to do because how often you get to get away from the kids and go sit in the tub.
2 shower heads. It's a really, really nice room.
Yeah.
Awesome. The one thing that kind of bums me out about the new hotel schemes, mostly anywhere, is they're doing away with the tubs. So like it's super nice to be in paradise and be able to still soak in it. All right.
Kids. You gotta have that.
Right? You don't have to hear that, mom, right?
You can fit at least 3 kids in there for sure.
Look, right? You save time. You put them all in at once. And I do know you said they had the villas. They have, I think, 1-bedroom villas?
They have a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, and a 3-bedroom.
3-bedroom.
Oh,
Awesme.
Wow.
And then they have some like signature suites too.
Oh, cool. I didn't know
I'm
that.
not going to try to pronounce those. They're really cool.
Won't even try.
Awesome. So we did see you guys have a pineapple and some delicious food on site. What was your favorite thing to eat while you were there?
So not Hawaiian at all. I got some mozzarella sticks on the last day. They were so good. That was my favorite out of everything.
But they did have like authentic food.
Yeah, they did.
Like from Hawaii.
I'm just like a 5-year-old when it comes to
Especially the luau. You're going to get your poi.
Yeah, the luau food is awesome.
Cool.
It's really, really good.
Okay. What's poi?
Taro.
Well, it's
like pudding kind of.
It's basically like mashed potatoes, but it's a different that's
like a different root
and almost the taste. It's just a different
root.
Yeah, like taro is basically their potato.
I gotcha. Okay. Lots of pineapple, I'm assuming. Pineapple.
Yes.
Spam. Did y'all have spam?
We had it in a gift shop. We didn't partake.
They had in the breakfast too, right?
Did
I
they?
think that was on the menu.
Oh, they did. Yeah, weirdly enough, that I went with the French toast.
Colleen, what was your favorite thing to eat?
That French toast was amazing. It was like a Hawaiian bread, nice and thick. It was.
Oh yeah,
really
you got
good.
the French toast. I got the pancakes with the macadamia syrup. Oh, that was really good.
Well, hidden secret or unknown something, whatever you want to call it, is you can order the waffles and request Mickey waffles. It's not on the menu, but you can still ask for them.
That's awesome. A fun fact.
I did also see that you guys got to have a character breakfast. That's on site, correct?
Yes. So Makahiki has want to say 5 nights or 5 days. It may have gone up to 6 now after all the COVID openings and everything. But they do have that character breakfast every day. And it's like one of my favorites, especially because of the jet lag, you're already up with your kids at 7. So you might as well get there for the character breakfast. Whereas like at Disney World, a 7 a.m. character breakfast is like the
torture.
Worst.
Yeah.
Who did you? Big thoughts, but you're not going. But yeah, and we also, there was like some unique characters too. Like we got to see Max, and he was hilarious. And I also felt like they came around to our table like 3 times.
A lot.
2-3 times. Like, and we're like very interactive. Like I know sometimes you go to a character dining and it's like, hi, take my picture, and then they're gone to the next table. Mm-hmm. This one was like very immersive, and it was really, really fun.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Does that need reservations?
Yes, and those open at 30 days, or of course your travel agent can do it for you too. Because Aulani's are kind of weird because they're 30 days, but they're also like Hawaiian time, and they also don't always drop when they're supposed to. So definitely good to have someone on your team for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so much fun getting to see Max teaching you how to surf, Nikki. That was so cute.
I think someone in front of me had done the picture, and I was like, I want to do that, but I am way too dumb to like look good, like setting myself up to surf. So he was like, no. Help me get all set up for that. So it was awesome.
Awesome. And so beverages, what was our favorite beverage? Pineapple everything, I'm assuming?
Mai Tais.
The Mai Tais were really good.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Good to know. Put those on my list. You guys, like, I usually don't get super FOMO, but y'all gave me so much FOMO.
So much FOMO. You're not on that resort. It's seriously the best.
What, Nicole?
Okay.
Oh, you guys had me looking at flights, but 15 hours with a 1-year-old, I'm not that brave yet.
Oh, do it. Long flight. Do 2 days at Disneyland before and then go. Right, Jenna?
That's the plan. That's the plan. We're gonna do that. So y'all gave me such FOMO that we're gonna be in Disneyland in September. So I'm like, okay, I can get the kid and the husband over to Disneyland, and then you go to Aulani. So you get the best of both worlds, right? Like you go do the fun stuff in the theme park, and then you go relax at Aulani. So
Nikki and I were sorry. No.
Tell me.
Nikki and I were booking our next trip while we were there to come with the family because we had our own FOMO while we were already there.
It looks so fun.
Well, it's hard when you're on a kids resort, right? Because you see everything and you're like, oh, my 4-year-old would love this. Like, oh, like it's so hard to not like see your kids there, and that makes it. Yeah, we'll be back.
So you're going back.
All right. Speaking of bringing your kids and seeing things, what are some of the on-site activities that you guys got to do that are included?
So it really is a resort. People always like confuse like hotel resort, right? Especially like I've noticed like when I'm quoting Hawaii, like, cause it is like a little higher price point. With that being said, there are no resort fees. So everything that we're talking about is included with your stay. Like it's not like you get there and then it's $50, for all these things. Like it is included. Right. So we did like this menehune hunt where you're like helping Auntie. You get this tablet and it like makes the resort come to life. Like the volcano had like fire. There's one that like the islands come up out of the water. The drums start playing. Like it's crazy. It's so cool. I'm trying to think what else. They have a community hall.
Wait, for the sake of sounding silly, what are menehune? Is that however you say it?
You've seen Full House, Jenna.
Well, I mean, I'm old and I probably forgot. So, like, just refresh my memory.
They're like little. Are they They look like monkeys. They're like little wooden men monkey things.
They're like little.
But they're just like the legend of Hawaii. Like,
okay,
if something is built during the night and they don't finish it, then it has to stay there. Like, they're basically just like the mischievous. If something goes wrong, it's obviously the menehune that took care of it, right?
Okay. Got it.
So they like really play that up with kids. Like they're hidden all over the resort. They're like these just like little statues because they go to sleep during the day and they don't move. And there's like over 300 of them.
Oh wow!
Like, throughout the resort, if you see like little like keyholes, this sounds really dumb, and we kind of didn't believe them. But if you look in the keyhole, there's like a menehune village that like. So I'm like squatting in the lobby, like looking in the keyhole, and I'm like, no. Yeah. Like we saw 2 of them that were like that. It's so cool. But it's just these like little touches. But again, that's not Disney. You're not looking in there and seeing Disneyland. You're seeing, like a Hawaiian legend.
I have the definition of menehune.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, good.
Mythological race of dwarf people in Hawaiian tradition who are said to live deep in the forest and hidden valleys of the islands.
So kind of like trolls.
Troll monkey wooden men.
Yes, I love it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, Jen.
People, I'm picturing like little like Smurfs.
And that is what we're gonna leave on.
Okay, we digress. Let's get back on.
It was fun. So we see two grown women running around the resort playing.
There was one that they're like, okay, like yell in the mailbox something, and this guy was like, the kids are way louder than you guys, and we're like, hi, like we're not gonna say and yell. It was pretty funny. It was a good time though. It was really fun, and it's a good. I think there's multiple courses too, so it's not like one and done. That anyways,
awesome.
It's a really fun thing.
So you can do multiple days with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you pick those up in the community hall. So they had like packets of like crayons and coloring pages that you can take for your kids, which I know that sounds like a little thing, but like when you have a bored 4-year-old, like coloring page and crayons, like that is so nice. I'm trying to think like what is included because there's a lot of things.
Water slides, lazy river. I mean, those are big pluses. Where at some resorts you have to pay extra to do those things to utilize those areas. So this is all included with the pools, multiple pools.
Right, and all the character meet and greets. I mean, outside of obviously the breakfast, but like the ones that you see about, those are all included.
And so those are what's crazy is I was talking to my husband about this because when I went before, it was just me and my husband, and I really didn't feel like we saw that many characters. And so then he's like, well, it's probably because we weren't seeking them out because you really like I said, it's so crazy how well they do it because if you want to run into a character, you're going to run into a character. If you don't, you literally could go all week and not see them. Because sometimes they're on like the lawn through another door, or sometimes like they're right in front of the resort on a path you don't really go on. Like, so it's crazy, but they had so many different characters that you don't necessarily see. Like I got a picture of May. It was cool.
Yeah. Do they have an app?
Yes. Yeah, and you can find them on the app if you're looking for them.
And then in the lobby, they have like a big
screen. It's kind of like the activities board, like what's going on all day long.
Oh,
do they do trivia or movies at night or anything like that throughout the day?
It's all on your daily IWA. I'm not going to try to even say that I know how to say it. But that's where you'll find like what the movie is, where the characters are going to be, all of that kind of stuff.
Okay,
oh, cool.
And what's nice too about the characters on site here versus say in the theme parks, it's a lot like you're on the cruise. The Disney cruise is like, you're not waiting in an hour and a half line. Yeah, they can get long, but it is a lot more intimate than a character meet and greet in the parks too.
I don't think they're going to be in line for even like 20 minutes. Like the longest one that I saw was the Goof Troop because it was like Goofy and Max. And I mean, I waited in line for that, right? And that one was probably the longest. It really just, if that was in the park, how long would that line be, right?
Oh, forever.
The other nice thing about it is too, is you have to have a wristband. Like when you're you're in that line, they check to make sure you're staying on property. So you're not getting people from the Four Seasons next door and the Marriott down the road. Like it's only those guests. And what was crazy, and we kept talking about too, is they were like, "Well, this is our max capacity," and we were like blown away. Like multiple times, Colleen was like, "Didn't they say this is max capacity?" Because like there were chairs everywhere, there were beach chairs everywhere. The lines weren't crazy. We could get dining. Like it was. They really just keep the numbers down, which obviously helps with the characters too.
So the beach is public.
So all Hawaiian beaches are public, but it is on like a cove beach. So it's still like someone would have to really try to get in there. So they obviously could, but it wasn't like overly crowded by any means.
And there aren't a ton of resorts in the area too. There's about like a couple of
the resorts that are there are like Four Seasons. Like they're like nice resorts where like I feel like if people are at the Four Seasons, like they're there to be at the Four Seasons, right?
Gotcha.
Right.
Not like a hop over to go somewhere else kind of thing.
Awesome. So we did talk about the on-site activities that are included. What about some of the additional cost activities? Like some of the things that you guys did? I know that you snorkeled Rainbow Reef.
Yes.
That's additional.
Awesome. So cool. I love it. Colleen was a little freaked out by the time the fish feeding was done, but I was loving life.
So tell us what it is. I mean,
go ahead.
You want to say it? Okay. So you can either rent it for the duration of your stay or you can rent it. They don't really give you a set time, did they? I didn't notice, but we basically could stay in as long as we want to do. They provide you with a life vest. They provide you with the snorkel gear. And it's really cool. So you kind of walk in and it's like you're walking on pebbles, like, you know, like your own aquarium. It's like a life-size aquarium.
You're in like
and then you just go for it. You snorkel. You see a bunch of amazing tropical fish. Like I've snorkeled many times before and it was still fun. But it was a different experience when they're like right there and you're not like in the ocean getting kind of plopped around. It was very safe, like totally a great beginner experience for kids to learn to snorkel. And so they were like Nikki was saying, they were doing a fish feeding, and so I'm fine. Like I will snorkel, but I don't want the fish to touch me. And so we're off to one side and we're exploring in the deeper end. You can see little statues at the bottom, and then you just see these schools of fish coming at you. I'm like, okay, time to go.
So we're back there, and I look over because I'd like been videoing, and I look over and I'm like, she's gone. And I like look up and she's like literally like getting out, and I was like, are you okay? Like it's all good. I'm like, don't take my picture.
Okay, and then also though, in my defense, it was cold for the Southern California girl, even for Hawaii.
It was so windy when we were there that like you get out of that water, you're freezing. So I was still thawing out from Utah.
Right.
Do they have an age limit for that? Like, is there a specific age limit where they can?
No, so I went back and asked, and as long as they're comfortable in a snorkel, you're fine.
Ah,
oh,
that's
wow.
Awesome.
Cool.
So we did talk about the spa a little bit because I've heard this is the best spa on the face of the planet. So
nothing can compare.
Give me the details. What's it like?
So it is a journey. You walk in. So it's cool because you get, so when they call you back for your treatment, they give you a rock. And you like draw, like you like pick it, you close your eyes, you pick it out. And on one side has a word in like English and the other side has a word in Hawaiian. So mine was strength. So then they're like, okay, focus on that for this day.
So you set your intention.
Yeah. So you walk down this like really beautiful hallway, and then they have it set up where it's like this like pond kind of thing inside, and then they have like fake rain that's connecting you to the heavens, and so then you kind of just think about it and put it in the water. Super, like, it sounds like so cheesy, but it is like such a good way to start your spa experience. Then they take you back to the gorgeous locker rooms, and that's where like your saunas and your showers and all the things are. And then you can go back to the hydrotherapy garden, which is heaven on earth.
That's outside, right? It's outside.
Like the lush jungle.
Incredible. There's like a reflexology path, so you can like take your slippers off, and it's literally like massages your feet as you're like walking.
Oh, cool.
There's like a cold plunge. There's multiple pools. There's all the different showers. Like, oh my gosh, it's paradise. And then they come and get you like 15 minutes before your treatment. You go and, get ready for that. And then you go sit on these like massage chairs sent from heaven. And then they come back and get you. And then it's wonderful.
Nikki sounds like she wants to go back right now.
I stayed outside that whole time by myself, just like without even leaving to go to the main pool. So there's two like jacuzzis, whirlpools, whatever you want to call them. One is like a tepid temperature for pregnant moms who can actually be able to get in. And then one's a regular jacuzzi. And then you go back down that reflexology path, and there's different showers. I think, was there 5 different showers or something like that? And each shower has a different like nozzle of like pressure, like where the streams are going to hit you. And then there's one who's just like a big whoosh. So
they call it car wash.
Like backwards everywhere. Keep your mouth closed because I accidentally did it, and I was like, hold on. It like came from, I don't even know which way it was coming in from.
I wish I would have been there. Like,
it was like shocking. And then I would have totally done the cold plunge. So like I did like cold plunges, but the jacuzzi next to it was off or something. So I was like, no, I can't do it this time if I don't have somewhere hot to run to. But
so they do have cold plunges there.
Yes.
Yeah, they did. And I totally would have done it because they are amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it does for you, but I did it. So I better
it's not my thing, but my husband sat on it. So
that's Chelsea's thing. So Chelsea swears that there's tons of health benefits to the cold plunge.
Oh, there are.
Listen and go for like 3.5 seconds, and then I got to get out because
it's so cold. But yeah, it was awesome.
That's
So
awesome.
the massage I did though,
That's
I can
cool.
explain it really, really quick because it was crazy. And I think you did the same one as me, right?
Yeah.
So it starts out as this like scrub. So they have like this awesome scrub and they like scrub your whole body. And then there's like a shower in the room. So then they like leave and you like take the scrub off. And then you get your massage and you just, it's amazing. I've never had that. And then the facial was like the best facial I've ever had.
Did you get one like do like the jelly over it? I love that part.
Like,
jelly.
I did it on like right before my plane because I didn't have to leave the resort until like 6. And so I had like all day because you have to check out at 11. So I just did it on like the last 2 hours. Then I just got ready at the spa and got in the van and went.
That's a good idea because a lot of flights from Hawaii are late. So it's a good way. That's a great way to like end your stay.
Finish your trip. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else did you guys do that was an additional experience or cost? I know the luau. Did y'all do that?
Yes.
Tell me about that one.
The luau was awesome. So we were fortunate enough to get preferred seating, which gets you in a little bit earlier, and then you get front row. So it's definitely worth the extra.
Totally worth it. You get an extra like hour to do all the activities too.
Oh wow! So what kind of activities are there?
There was like a ukulele lesson. There was like a cute like Hawaiian temporary tattoos that the kids loved.
I have like a tan line from my tattoo.
What else was there? Oh, there's like a bracelet, like the lei bracelets you could make, or they just give you one to wear. There was another one. They were like grounding or grinding.
They were making poi.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Did they teach you how to hula? No, that's not one of the things.
I didn't see that.
Boo. Okay, that would have been fun.
Take pictures of them.
Yeah.
What?
I said that it includes the open bar and the buffet, and then you can take pictures with the dancers after the show as well.
Cool. So what else can you expect to maybe spend some extra money on when you're there at Aulani? Beach chairs, is that additional?
If you do like a cabana, it is, or they have some that are like covered that would be, but even like the umbrellas are included. It's just a matter of getting your own chair.
You can do like the paddleboard rentals. There's like a catamaran or like
paddleboard's included. At least it used to be. Maybe it's not anymore. But yeah, the catamaran is extra. I was looking at that one yesterday, which is cool. It like looks like one of the classic like Hawaiian boats. I don't know anything. I know it's awesome.
But so let's talk about the kids. And speaking of additional experiences, they have Auntie's Beach House, right? That's where you send your kids when you're there at Aulani. That's kind of like the Disney Kids Club. They have specific time slots, correct?
Yes, and they just changed it back to 4. Well, it was 3, but then when it came back, it was 5, and now we're down to 4 through 12. So that's huge.
Yeah, that's a great thing to know because my little one's 4. So
they did yesterday. So they told us, and we had to keep it close to the chest when we were there, and I was like freaking out. I'm like, oh, that's what I've been waiting for because I need that kid club. I need that hour-and-a-half break.
Yeah. And it's free. It's included with the resort stay. And the best part, like what I picked up on, is a lot of them are either teachers still part-time or they're retired teachers. So they are fully like credentialed, safety, education, all that kind of stuff too. So that was really nice to hear that they just weren't some summer counselors or something like that.
We met a couple of them. They're super, super nice.
Awesome. So that's basically, they have hour-and-a-half time slots. And do they have a premium option, like a paid option too?
Yeah. So if you want to like see characters, or they have like some different activities. I think sometimes the characters stop by, but like for a set like thing,
guaranteed. Yeah.
But it's funny because they don't give you a lot of details. So I'm sure they're amazing, but unless you've done that exact activity, there's really not a way to know what it is. So I can pictures, I'm sure it's great, but I can't really give you much more than that.
No, I mean, that's a great thing to know though. So like you have these hour-and-a-half free time blocks, and then you have the premium. I don't remember what they're called. Premium, preferred, something.
I think it's just premium aunties or something.
Yeah. And those are an hour-and-a-half also. So then you can book as many as you want, or if they're available, and you book those also 30 days out, correct? Or 60?
Those
14?
ones you book before 30 days. Everything with Aulani is confusing because like some are 30, some are 60, some are 6 months, some are right when you book. Like
some are once you're on site,
and then they change. Yeah. So it's a lot.
That's why you use a travel agent, right? So they know all those
Yeah.
things for you and they keep up. Yeah, absolutely. Are there anything else? Is there anything else on site? So, we all mostly have smaller kids, except for Colleen has a little bit older, but not much older, but enough. Are there enough things to do there while they're on site?
Like
These
that
little
preteen age.
There is a splash pad area. There's nothing like super fancy about it, but there is a splash pad. So that's always nice when you just want your kids to run and you can just sit there and watch them.
On the whole Minnesota Bridge, right? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
The water park.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the splash pad for like the littler ones who are still trying to walk and get their bearings about them. And then there's a whole, it's like a bridge. That's like the best way I can, but it's like
a playground, but in the water.
Okay. Oh, that's a good way to explain it.
Yeah,
that's
like
awesome.
if you've been to like Wilderness Lodge, it reminds me a lot of that, like that play area for kids.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So, and Nicole just said something about like teens and tweens. Would you consider this a resort that you can bring everybody to, spanning from the babies to the grandparents, to like a multi-generational trip? How would that?
I would say like under 12, you would be good to just stay on site for a week. I think there's a lot to do. I think over that, you've got to have some excursions and stuff. It's a great resort. It's really fun. But I think at that point, kids might, like there's kind of those ages that they need to be like, go, go, go. And it's not go, go, go resort.
Unless they're like beach kids and just happy to be in the beach all day, then at that point, for sure. And there's so much to do in Oahu, Waikiki. So,
and you can set up excursions through Aulani too. So that's nice. Like they'll just pick you up in the lobby, take you for the day, and bring you back. So it's super, super
cool.
easy.
Awesome. How far is it from the airport? The resort from the airport?
It depends on traffic. Yeah. And if your driver gets lost, like mine did the first time I went.
Would you say
the stadium 4 times the first time I went? I was like, I'm gonna get out and walk. So I will tell you which transfers not to take. It took me like 20 minutes each way this time. It wasn't bad, but I was off traffic. You're gonna be like 20 minutes. You might be up to an hour. It just depends on the traffic.
Wow.
Yeah.
So try to plan your flight because there can be, significant traffic. So if you come in at 8 o'clock in the morning for whatever reason, or evening, then during rush hour. Yeah.
Like those normal work hours. Yeah.
Right.
Awesome. Okay. Nicole, do you have any other questions for them? Because now I feel like I need to just go book my trip.
For my I'm ready to book a trip. My husband is not the biggest Mickey Mouse fan, but
this would be perfect then, because you can have that and you won't feel overwhelmed.
Right.
Yeah, no, this sounds perfect. Yeah, exactly. He gets like overstimulated and overwhelmed with all of it. So this sounds perfect. There was a picture that was posted. I wish I could describe it. There was like stairs and like the rock went like over this. It looked like a pool.
The grotto?
Like the grotto pool.
The rock.
That looks like you're straight out of the Little Mermaid.
Is that like for
beautiful?
Yes.
So there's one infinity pool that's adult only.
It's
like a hot tub, and then there's that one that goes into it's like the big grotto, and then it seriously looks like it'd be like underwater, right? Like it's so cool. And then that goes out to an infinity pool for kids as well. So that whole area is kids, and then like to the left of it is the adults.
Awesome.
Okay, so there's even adult only like portion.
Yeah, there's adult only like hot tub. We watched the sunset there one night. It was great.
Yeah.
Oh, and also Uncle has fire pit storytelling about Hawaiian myths, and that was really, really fun.
That sounds awesome. We got to see that video. One of you guys posted the video of that, and it looks like so much fun.
It was
well,
and that was free. It's one of those things that's included.
That's awesome.
We do it like 2 times a night, most nights. So,
cool.
Great. Awesome.
No, well, super fun.
Do you guys have anything else you want to share with us?
Go. It's worth it.
And do the spa. That's worth it too.
Give up for the spa.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight and giving us a brief overview of what Aulani is like. It looks like a dream. I can't wait to get there. If you guys are looking for an agent to plan a Disney Aulani vacation or any vacation, you can reach out to us at info@marvelousmilestravels.com. And any agent specializing in these destinations can help you plan your next vacation. We look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.